Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel and thank you for tuning in today, right here, right now. I'm Christine, aka Miss Nine, a DJ, producer and a creative who loves music, art and enjoys life. I have some news to share with you. Very cool news. A project I've been working on for quite some time. Sometimes projects take time and some of you have heard it already in the 9 session and on other podcasts or radio shows. Today is Cool Kids time. What is Cool Kids? Cool Kids is a new release out now on all the music platforms you can imagine. Spotify, Apple Music, YouTube, SoundCloud, basically everywhere where you can tune into music and connect your speakers. What I want you to know is make sure to add the track to your playlist to make it known out there so that we can be united on the dance floor again and we play the music in real life. Good things take time, like a good meal in the kitchen with good conversations, or when you actually create a new dish. So you take different ingredients, you put them together, and when the time is right, you have a fantastic dish with maximum taste. And this is exactly what happened to Cool Kids. Cool Kids, I wrote the lyrics together with Avau from Germany. We brought Gab Tritone on the project. And today I will talk about and also have those other 2 artists and musicians in this video. I received your questions as well. What interests you? What do you want to know of musicians? What do you want to know of artists? The process? And when they are stuck, what do they have learned in a time right now when the world suddenly came to a stop and made a big shift? And will the music, the dance industry always be there? Is there a future in it or not? For all inspiring people who actually want to start in the music business, we got some tips for you here in this video together with professionals. We grew up like in a very cultural, traditional environment, and what we value the most in our work, in the process, when we work on a project or actually the process of life. And so I got some questions selected for you, with you, and we're gonna ask the artist right now, right here. Yeah, to start and share that up front. Gab is a DJ, producer, musician. He had to change his name recently, which was not fun, but this happens sometimes in the music industry. And there was a little bit of a misunderstanding on the platforms such as Beatport. It became a whole mess. So Gab Tritone has been working in the music industry for a long time, and yeah, he will introduce himself as well here in the video. So you might know some of his songs, or you might have seen him in some of the clubs and festivals. I think he has played at Exit Festival as well, a very huge festival in Serbia, very well known, a must to check it out. And Avau is actually somebody, he doesn't like to talk about it, but I have to point it out because I think that is very inspiring, and how he handles his career, how he takes on challenges and journeys. He actually was in the final of German singing TV program. So that to that, I introduced myself a little bit in the beginning, and if you want to know more about Miss Nine, who I am, what I've done, where I want to go, check out other videos here on the channel. Let's get right into the questions to find out about the artists and the project Cool Kids. A word to Avau. Please introduce yourself to the people who don't know you yet.
Hey everyone, I'm Avau. I'm a singer-songwriter located in a small town. It's called Erfurt. It's right in the middle of Germany, and I enjoy making music.
My name is Gab Tritone. I'm a London-based DJ and music producer. I moved to the UK 10 years ago from Serbia, and I'm producing electronic music for 20 years, mainly deep house and progressive house. I had plenty of gigs in Serbia, and I was lucky enough to play at some of the bigger nightclubs in the UK as well, such as Ministry of Sound, Pacha, Egg.
Who is Miss Nine? I'm Christine, aka Miss Nine, DJ producer and creative. I worked in a hospital and soon I realized that I wanted to do more in life and help people in a different way, inspire people, teach people knowledge that they can get better at what they are doing. I've done charity work. I'm ambassador for a charity organization where we help children, especially girls, because I very feel connected to it. I'm a girl in a male-dominated industry, and this industry is not always easy, I can tell you. When you have a passion for music and want to walk a certain path, and there are so many obstacles, I can come to that in another video. I like to inspire people, I like to guide, and also the process of a development from something making or having very little limited tools to make something brings so much joy. And this is also big activity in the music industry. You start with just very little ingredients and then you kind of put pieces together. It's like with cooking, and then at the end you have a whole complete song in your hand, especially to play that song in a club or on a festival where people go nuts to it. It's just the best feeling. It's like it's like eating too much sugar. Yeah, I've traveled around a lot. I like to inspire and motivate people with the music and my mixes, the radio show night sessions. Night FM Music is part of my journey, and this is a platform to share their passion with us, with the community. There's so much more things, so better check out the other socials on Instagram, what keeps me busy, and all the people who are involved in other projects to inspire you and get you moving forward in life. Question number 2. What does cool mean to you? Maybe this is also a question to you. What does cool mean to you? Write it down here in the comment so we can read about it.
I mean, being cool for me just means like being authentic, being yourself, and enjoying your time that you have left on this planet. And yeah, just make the best out of it.
Cool means definitely something new to me, something fresh, unique, inspiring. I find it cool if someone is brave enough to be different, and I think cool should never be forced.
And cool to me means you. People who are unique, people who follow a passion, people who are not shy, people who take on challenges, people who motivate other people, people who help people. Cool is everything what is unique and different. Cool means being authentic. Cool is being comfortable in your own skin. Cool is being kind. Cool is when you understand the other, and even though if you don't understand the other yet, there is always, you don't know what the history is from that person, from that thing or whatsoever. So understanding is a very important thing in life, and don't judge too early. Cool is asking questions. Cool is offer help, and cool is teach growth. What I mean by that is when you see somebody struggle, just head over, ask if you can help. And cool is collaboration. Cool is collaborate with somebody who struggles, lift each other up, fill the levels up, and that is exactly what also happens with this project. The lyrics have been written a long time ago, and it's a process of time. And then Gab had a great idea, his background of being more into the deep house, and when you listen to the track, the warm, groovy bass line, and all of that melting together into one is cool. I can go on and on and on with what is cool. So the question to you is, what is cool to you, and what does the word cool mean to you? Leave us a message here in the comment section, and I would like to know, I would like to read about it. And if we have inspired you with this video, we want to make this video work, we want to make this track work, and also I want you to participate on this track, because with all the virtual events, with all the dance move, we want to make a video together with all of you. So send in your greatest dance move, get your friend, record, send it in, horizontal please, and we want to edit a whole video with everybody in it to express the cool of the 21st century. What do you think about it? Are you in? I count on you. What is a cultural habit you embody of your country?
I mean, being German is quite a funny thing to be when you're traveling around. My parents are Romanian, so I kind of got like best of both worlds growing up. And I kind of got that like relaxed vibe and like sorrowless attitude from my parents, but I also am like a workaholic, and I'm working quite a bit. And I think I got this attitude from Germany. And it's kind of funny to like combine those things and be a relaxed workaholic.
I was born and grew up in Serbia, despite my nationality, which is Hungarian. The people are really hardworking and warm where I'm coming from. They are very proud of their history and they know how to celebrate, for sure. We have one of the best music festivals in the world. It's called Exit Festival, and I would recommend it to everyone to visit it once if in their lives, if they can, for sure.
Oh, there are so many, I think. I actually realized later in life that these cultural habits have so much value, like the bond with the family, always sticking together when there is a birthday. You know, aunts, uncles, nephews, cousins, they all come together and we celebrate. Cooking is very traditional from where I come from, and the food sometimes can be very, very heavy. The important thing is the connection to the people and the bond, and everybody does everything out of passion, and you can taste it in the German food as well. The cooking, that is what is a very cultural habit, I would say, from the German culture where I grew up in. What is the most traditional and favorite food from where you come from?
So I don't want my Romanian friends and family to be mad, so when special days come up, like Christmas or Easter, we do traditional Romanian food dishes, sarmale, like sauerkraut with meat. I mean, Romanian food is very meat heavy. We also have local food dishes like Thüringer Bratwurst. It's basically just a grilled sausage. I mean, I could go on and on about this because I love food. And in my opinion, I mean, local people would kill me for saying that, but Romanian food is just like way better than the local stuff I get here. Romanian food is the absolute best. Sorry.
I love them, and I'm always enjoying my family's hospitality when I'm visiting them. I'm trying to go home like in every 3 or 4 months, and yeah, my mom cooks very well. One of my favorite local dishes is burek, which is basically a breakfast pastry dish, and it can be prepared with cottage cheese or ham and cheese or minced meat, and it's traditionally consumed with yogurt. And also I quite like rakia, which is a homemade spirit.
I can go on and on and on about what my favorite food and dish is from my hometown, Germany. Well, Avau already said it, the German sausage bratwurst. We have really good Thüringer bratwurst. When you get a chance to check it out. When I go back in time, a little bit more into history, we had many farms in the area I grew up. So definitely it's a meat place. I grew up with so much meat. A very, very, very traditional dish is Thüringer Klöße. It's basically potato dumplings. You might have seen them already in my Instagram stories. It takes a while to prepare them. It's a process. So basically you have to clean the potatoes, you have to cut the potatoes. They go into a machine, into a melina, and then it's another process. The liquid gets separate, and then you have the potato starch, and at the end you kind of form a kind of a snowball, size of a tennis ball snowball, and you put them in water, and once the dumpling swim up, they are ready to go. They are ready to eat. And Thüringer Klöße, look it up on the internet, and to that there is always a piece of meat, any kinds. Beef, wild, rabbit, lots of other different variations of meat. And the sauce, when you mix them all together, or actually, yeah, when you mix them all together, is just heaven. What inspired you to start a career in the music industry?
What inspired me to actually work in the music industry was just like everyone telling me not to do it, and I just got started whatsoever. I love doing things everyone is telling me not to do, and I just love the feeling that I wouldn't know what is going to come. I would work from project to project, and I would just make music. That's what I love the most, like getting to know all these people, even for this song and for this project. There's a lot of people involved in such a process, and everyone that at least most of the people I got to know and I got to work with are very kind and very friendly, and you're just like getting to know so many friends. Yeah, I just love doing things everyone is telling me not to do.
Music in general, and my dad has a huge record collection, so he was always a role model to me. And also just clubbing, going to nightclubs, just the feeling of togetherness, and watching the other DJs playing music and controlling the crowd. You know, I will never forget my first nightclub experience. I can still smell the vanilla scent smoke.
What inspired me to start a career in the music industry? Just I never knew that I actually will be in the music industry. I mean, when I was 14, I was able to go out into clubs with my brother and his friends, even though my mom was working in the hospital and she didn't know about it, while I was on school. So like at 11 p.m. we left the house and we came back early in the morning, and then a few hours later I had to go to school. So yeah, I think that is a part of my life where I had the opportunity to listen to house music, real house music, and ever since I think it stayed in my system. And yeah, later I work in the music, make music, work with singer-songwriters. This is what brings joy to me. When you have a passion for something, you just do the things passionate, and you can combine so many things with it, and I just love it. I think that was a moment where I started in the music industry. What advice and tips can you give to anybody who wants to take on challenges or actually is currently struggling with a challenge?
The biggest tip I can give someone that just like starting out with making money out of their passion, or just like starting out in photography, music, or whatever they're doing, it's just like working very, very hard. It's incredibly tough to do it. For example, learning an instrument is a very tough thing to do, especially in the beginning. Also, don't let yourself make excuses for not being as good as others. I always recommend every beginner in the music industry, if you can, just get the best gear you can get your hands on, so you don't have any excuses for not being as good as others. Don't make excuses and work your ass off.
Just don't give up your dreams, stick with them no matter what. And if you are a music producer, try to find your own style, try to be unique, try not to imitate anyone, and use your limitations as an advantage. So if you have some gear, or if you're using the software, try to master it, not always to get something new. And yeah, just in general, enjoy the journey.
The tip I want to give to anybody who struggles currently with who wants to take on challenges in life is be true to yourself, make a plan, surround yourself with a positive peer group, stay healthy, never lose the inner child in you, set yourself little goals so that you can reach them in a certain amount of time, and always look what you have achieved, because a lot of people, they want to grow so fast, and this is another one, patience. Have patience. With all the traveling over the world and meeting so many people, and also people who struggle and still struggle in the industry where I'm actually right now, ask questions. What have you learned when the world suddenly came to stop and made a big shift?
During the pandemic and during those tough times that everyone went through, I think the biggest thing I learned was to take care of myself. Because as I said, I'm a workaholic and I like getting to the studio at 8 a.m. in the morning and leaving midnight, and that's not healthy for me. I mean, I'm sitting right here in my chair all the time. It's just like, even music production is just a work that you do on your desk, sitting down, not moving around. So I also got inspired during that time through photography, through art, and even through gardening and plants. I mean, it's just like I discovered the analog world and I kind of like it, you know, just like doing something, taking care of plants, doing analog photography. Just like I enjoy those moments that I just don't have to stare in a computer, and even if it means like playing a song on the piano just for myself, singing around just for myself. I think these are the moments that I learned to enjoy more.
Yeah, I definitely realize that we cannot take anything for granted, and I'm sure that we're gonna appreciate even the smallest things better once we're gonna be able to go back to normal. And I try to use the time during the lockdown wisely, try to learn new skills, and I hope that I became a better person.
When the world suddenly made a shift last year, I realized even more how important it is to have good people around you, to communicate, to share what you can do in a situation like that. Health is very important in all kinds of aspects, and workout, balance, food, having good people around you, be healthy. And I've noticed so many people struggle in a time like that. And also with this track, Cool Kids, there's also a purpose behind. We should express the way we feel and not hide what we want to say. I know a lot of people struggle with saying words. I mean, they think them, but they don't say them out loud. And usually is when you say the things, they will happen. And Cool Kids is a track I want to inspire other people to just eliminate all these thoughts out there and just, you know, be who they want to be unique, express yourself, and no matter what kind of clothes you are wearing, it comes from the inside, and this is what matters. You have to feel comfortable in your own skin, and once you do that, you have so much joy in life. And this track is like the groove takes you, it lifts up your spirit. It's a great summer song, and yeah, I want everybody to know about this song, so make sure to share it. And this is a very important thing that I realized, and I thought, you know, now it's the time to release this track to lift up the spirits and bring joy to people in the living room, because there are so many external influences we have to deal with. Just turn that music button on and listen to the song, and let's go and have some fun on the dance floor. Do you think that electronic music will gain popularity in the future?
I mean, from what I've seen on social media, people are thirsty for dancing, clubbing, and going on festivals, and I think electronic music will be a huge part of that, and I'm really looking forward to it. I'm part of the movement. I just want to go play and sing and have a good time with those people, and I mean, every musician is missing that. I think electronic music will, after that pandemic, people are going to go nuts and dance their feet off.
Electronic music is already huge and recognized, and yeah, nowadays everyone can make music at home using just a laptop and a controller. Anyone can start DJing, so I'm sure that electronic music has a bright future.
I think electronic music will stay forever, and when you know how music is, or where music is based on, and when you deliver the quality, it will definitely stay. An artist likes to express themselves with a painting, and other people like to express themselves with writing songs and transforming the ideas and sharing that moment of that process with people on the other side of the world and on the other side of the speakers. And thanks to technology that we can share it here right now to share good vibes. And yes, music, electronic music will stay. Which are the most important steps to reach your dreams?
The most important steps to pursue a dream is first just getting started. I know so many people that are just stuck in their jobs and stuck with what they're doing just because it's giving them a secure environment. These people are just afraid of stepping out of the shadow, of their own shadow actually, and risking something. So just get started. Surround yourself with people that love you, that support you. That's very, very important, even in the business itself. There's so much things you can do as an independent musician right now. You can just like work with your friends, get them involved, get them to support you, to like do videos, record you. These are things that are very, very important for getting started with whatever you want to do. Just surround yourself with people you love and want to work with. And the third step is just like working till you achieve your goals. Make yourself a plan. Have goals that are reachable, you know. For example, I want to release 5 songs this year, or I want to do an album this year. Put yourself on a scale that is reachable to yourself. Take step for step and see what's coming.
I think hard work and persistent work, and sometimes we need to swallow our pride and do things that we are not so keen to do, such as dealing with all our social media, which I don't like that much. But nowadays no one just can play music, we need to do other things too.
First, to start with a dream. Have the dream, make the plan, and work on each step to get to your dream, what you want to achieve. If your life would be a movie, what track title would it have?
Probably Back to the Future.
Cool kids, definitely. If you have a superpower, what would it be and why?
I think I'd say flying around is pretty cool. I wouldn't want to be super strong. Just imagine all the stuff you have to carry for people.
Flying, because flying always excited me, and it would be great to skip the queue at the airport and the security process.
I want to have the superpower to fly, because then I can make it out to you anywhere, anytime, on the dance floor, to the beach, and sometimes I also wish I can do this and be on a totally different place. What's one of the craziest things you've done?
Being on stage, staying in the middle of the pyro during a show in television on national TV.
Well, I did too many crazy things and I can't remember most of them, sadly. But once I was in central London in Covent Garden, and there were some guys offering soap samples in front of a beauty shop, and I just took one of them thinking that it is some kind of delicious sweet, and yeah, I just put it in my mouth, and I had to go quickly to get some water from the supermarket to wash it out.
Oh, I've done a few crazy things in life. One of the recent craziest things was skydiving. A friend of mine, he came over, he said, okay, should we go skydiving? I was like, sure. And yeah, within less than a day, I went up there. I don't know how many kilometers up away from the ground. 1 minute free fall. The temperature difference was maybe 15 degrees, and I screamed like a crazy person. And after I realized nobody hears me up there, I can better stop screaming, save the energy, open my eyes, and enjoy the fall. So but it's an experience I can recommend to anybody. So the next time I will jump, I will actually open my eyes for the first few thousand meters, and all I remember is seeing the clouds coming closer, closer and closer. What I remember from the Care Bears, you can actually walk on the clouds, but this cloud went straight through my body, and then when the parachute opened, it was so quiet up there. I just enjoyed like grooving to the ground, and that was definitely a great thing. What is home to you? Also a question to you. Let us know what home means to you.
Home for me is a place where I can be myself, where I can surround myself with the people I love, where I just can turn off the world and just enjoy my time. And that's why I haven't moved from airports. I could have moved to bigger cities in Germany, just because I love the town and I love the people, and I feel home.
I'm living in the UK for 10 years. But always when I'm visiting my family in Serbia, I feel they're at home as well. So I would love to say that I have 2 homes.
Home is where you have good talks. Home is where you can feel comfortable, where no one judges. And home is where there's good food and good music. What is your ultimate goal in life?
I was asked that question like 2 days ago, and I had no clue what to answer whatsoever. So in those 2 days, I discovered for myself that my ultimate goal in life was to write songs for people, artists from all over the world, and just be successful with what I do right now. I know it's just like continuing my path. I don't know what is going to come, but I'll just do what makes me happy.
I would love just to be happy and to be able to do what I really love to do. What makes me want to wake up in the morning, even if it's a Monday. So I will be happy with the residence in Ibiza, let's say, and playing music 4 or 5 days a week.
What is my ultimate goal in life is to enjoy what is possible in this life, to share my experience, to share the knowledge, to inspire, to motivate people to get out there and do something with your life and have fun, most important, and never lose the inner child, but also have responsibility and be independent. If you could pick a new skill, what would that be?
I would definitely want to speak Spanish. That's the coolest thing. It's the most beautiful language, and everyone speaks it, so definitely that.
Maybe coding, because I think IT and the gaming industry will always have a future.
There are so many things I still want to do in life. A new skill is to speak better Spanish. I love Portuguese and Spanish because it's like a sound, and I'm actually working on it. There are so many music instruments I actually would love to play. I want to actually create video clips. I would love to create more digital art. Who is someone you admire?
I actually have a couple people that I admire besides friends and family and stuff. I would say Billie Eilish, just because of the style, the music, the creativity, and so on. Oh, and her brother, Ines.
I really admire Novak Djokovic, the #1 tennis player of the world. Not everyone likes him, but I really admire what he achieved. It must be very difficult to be the #1 in any sport, and I think that he's also a great ambassador for Serbia.
Jordan is one of them. He has achieved a lot. It's not like how many games you win, it is how often you are back on the start. How many times did you go to the start line to continue with what you are doing? That is what inspires me the most. Heads up to them. We are almost through. I hope I have not taken too much of your time, and Gab, Avau, and I was able to inspire you a little bit and also give you an insight of a process, answering your question, how actually Cool Kids came to life and what our goal is with that track. So much to Cool Kids. I hope that Gab, Avau and I, that we have inspired you a little bit and motivated you to follow your passion. And we also would like to ask you to show some support on the artists' socials, follow them on Spotify so that their music gets heard as well out there. Edit the track to your playlist, share it, and most important, what the next step is with this release, we want to make a video. We want to have you in the video as well. Everybody who watches this, or if you know somebody who wants to participate on that, send in your dance moves. Ring the bell at your neighbor's door, at your friend's door. Get together, record your dance move where you feel comfortable, where you want to share a feeling that we are cool. That is what we would love to do next with Cool Kids, to inspire more people, motivate that cool is being unique. And that was basically it for today in this video. Thank you guys for watching, and show some support to the artists.